how do you communicate your personal leadership style and how do
Yeah.
you filter out for people that don't fit with that?
I love when candidates actually ask that question. It's like, what is your leadership style, right? And I think again, doing the work. So much of this is like therapy here. Do the work first, and then
Yeah.
once you have that self awareness and that understanding of like, this is how I am as a leader. This is how I show up. For example, I love being able just to like text someone. Actually, kind of like to move out of Slack a little bit, especially when we're working together. And I'm fine if they're texting me as well, right? But I think there's certain boundaries with text based communication, especially if it's out of Slack, right? So I think communicating that and then honestly sharing that, right? So I like to be able to, before I give an offer to someone to join us, and if they're going to be my direct hire,
Yep.
actually before the offer round, I have a kind of one on one, kind of keep it real conversation. It's like, look, I want you to come into this situation eyes wide open. Here's a little bit about what it's actually like to work here. Here's a little bit about what it's actually like to work with me, right? And I think that gives the candidate the time then, it's a more of a kind of personal, interpersonal, this is how it's like, this is who I am as a leader, this is how we're going to work together. Give them an opportunity, one, to ask more questions so that they can also qualify themselves in or out, but also to give them a bit more of a day in the life of here's how we'd be working together. So I think it's really important. You know, I have honestly made the mistake in hiring in the past where, you know, it was all sunshine and rainbows. It's like, it's going to be great. And I wasn't honest. Like, I'm putting it out there. Like, I wasn't as honest and as candid as I could have been. And it ended up setting us back because the candidate joined. We were misaligned. They weren't happy. You know, they felt like things had been misrepresented. And then we had to start from scratch. So, how much time was wasted, both on our side and on their side, too, in terms of not having those honest conversations up front? You know, I think I'm seeing this today where we're a fully remote company. You know, people ask about it. Like, you know, are there plans to be not remote? No, because we're all over, right? But
Mhm.
I think, you know, not being honest about some of these elements only sets you back in the future.